now we are recording. So let's sync all this up. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to this video. This is basically the part 2 video of this hard impact series of me basically eating shit at the supermoto track at Tuvängen. So this video is basically going to be me talking in detail what happened at Tuvängen that horrific day. And yeah, this sounds a bit like a podcast, and it will be just a chill video talking about everything that happened to me and the bike and everything. So hopefully you've seen the video that I posted yesterday. So with that's the full video of the whole experience, because yeah, it was a true experience. So riding here with my new leather suit, which I crashed the practice before, so it's not super brand new. It has some scratches, but it's so white and pretty at this point. I'm riding 3 sessions here, getting so many laps done, and you can see. Wait, let's go over to the actual thing. So yeah, I have some pointers. You can tell that I'm not really comfortable on the dirt, because right here on the takeoff you can see that like I don't give full throttle because I'm not that confident on having grip on gravel. But that's something that you need to work on. But here we have another good example with problems with the landing. So I basically come here, and then that's the thing, when you land like just on the back end of the jump, so basically casing it, that's quite a rough impact compared to if you actually land on the landing. And then you basically just have this awful bumpy section here, like up. And I even wrote that in my video, that you could really tell that my arms and core and legs, like whole me, is getting really tired at this point. And this was, I think, yeah, this is session 2. So yeah, so this landing isn't ideal for someone that's trying to do basically cardio on the on the track, like doing laps and laps and laps, trying to push. Oh, okay, so that's basically session 2. But then session 3, we start here. In my head, I think that I really need to push now, because now or never, I guess. And that's, I guess that's the wrong mentality, just because it happened so many mistakes at this point. So yeah, you could really tell that I'm going so much faster than the first laps of the day, just because yeah, my confidence has risen to the skies. So here, still not getting enough air. I'm pretty proud of myself for not short shifting all the time. So that's something that I really thought about the first session. So yeah, trying to get the speed and just trying to get. And the thing is here that for some reason I like to take the outside here, but that makes that I need to like turn in to get the inside turn here for the jump, making that my run up is pretty short instead of if you've gone let's say here on the inside, which some people do. So that means that you will have a straight line for the jump. But here I kind of like have to from here correct myself and then here have the run up. So that's pretty awkward. So here, yeah, I think that's the issue here, is that I'm so tired that when I do the small jump here, I'm trying to correct myself and then only thinking about the jump here, and then not getting the speed, and then just casing it here, making it super bumpy and basically getting me off balance and stuff. So yeah, getting bumpy. Okay, so let's look at the final lap. Then straight on the gas. And then be like, oh, okay, now the dirt part, because this is the asphalt part is like that's smooth sailing, but here is like bumpy shit and stuff. So here, trying to get speed, and then whoop, and then here, okay, you can see that I'm way off my line that I used to be at. So from here, I need to correct myself, which means that I don't have enough momentum to the jump. And then here, you can really so this is it, guys. This is the fucking crash. Okay, no, I mean, okay. So basically here at the jump, for some reason, I come up here and then I close the throttle, which means that the bike gets front heavy, like the front wheel dives down. And you can really tell that if you look on the bike and myself and the whole picture. So boom. You try to counteract that with extending your arms and your whole body backwards, because you don't want to be all front heavy. So when you're landing, you basically take the impact with your whole body. Landing here, I'm way off balance. And then what I can remember from this is that, imagine that being way behind the center of gravity. So basically having your arms extended fully and then just being way off balance, and knowing that this is basically asphalt gravel things and you don't really need to brake at this point, or at least down there. So that means that, okay, shit, I need to reach for my brakes, for my front brake. So at this point, I kind of try to reach forward with my hands, but all I'm doing is that I'm pulling on the bars and not, because my legs at this point are not connected with the bike because I'm way off balance and way off. So I'm pulling with my hands on the handlebar, resulting then that my handflata, my palm of my hand, is then accelerating the throttle. So you can really see here that, so okay, let's do this in slow motion. Okay, so here we have the slow motion thing. If you look at my hand is whack. Like my hand is all over the place. And at this point, I do remember that, because everything went by so fast, as you know. But I do remember thinking like, oh shit, is this what what full throttle feels like? So at this point, I'm just going along with the ride. So right now, I'm way up in the air, as you can see. Like my feet are still on the pegs, and I'm seeing the bike as you would do if you do a stand-up wheelie. I'm letting go of the bike. Let's do kind of like change speed to 50%. Looping out, and you can see my left hand is like, okay. So totally bad idea to ride with a slightly open leather jacket, because two reasons. First, you can scrape up this skin part, which I did, and the second part is that if you don't close this thing, then your leather suit and then your arm or then the jacket and stuff can move around and creating some skin friction, which it also did, and gave me a bad rash. So that's why. So basically, at this point, my bike is like trying to loop wheelie itself and be like bye. So there you can see the subframe and the rear fender being like bye, and actually you can't see, but at this point here I'm kind of getting my left leg on the ground and taking the impact and taking such a load on the leg, on the knee. It's pretty bad for the knee. So my left leg is like by, so there you can see my left leg being pretty hard on itself. Yeah, you can see here, because this is also an issue, my thumb is pretty whack. So at this point, you can see my left hand in the screen. My left thumb here is basically gonna catch my weight. So here, I'm basically catching my weight on my thumb and kind of like bending my thumb backwards. And yeah, it still hurts today. But yeah, there's my bike, and at this point my GoPro is like, okay, bye, I don't want to be a part of this. So it says goodbye and rolls away. But fortunately we can see what the GoPro is filming. So taking frame by frame, you can see some pretty good snapshots. So at this point, imagine that you basically fall down a stair with your face first, so face planting in a stair. That's basically what the visuals are. So at this point, there is me and my legs in the air, and then going forward to here, you can see me, because this is in high speed, but here you can see me totally face planting in the ground. Like I've probably been knocked out at this point. And there you can basically see my bike. My head is getting a real face plant. Like imagine the most ideal face plant you've ever think of. This is like the ideal face plant. Yeah, so still face planting. Like imagine me being dragged on the gravel and just before that hit my head on the ground, just like face first. So it's pretty nice. And so yeah, rolling. There's my bike. I think it's basically stopped. And the camera is just landing below the bike. And then there is my helmet and me. Kind of. And at this point, the camera just decides to take a nap, but it's still recording. So at this point, I'm so glad that I recorded this, because you can learn so much from others' mistakes, and especially your own mistakes. But at this point, yeah, also glad that it's kept recording. Because the next part is pretty funny. So if you haven't watched the whole video, go do that, because I basically have no recollection of what happened, and I scream help a lot, and yeah, I truly didn't know what happened, and all I did at this point when I was lying there was just looking up at the sky, didn't know anything where I was. The only thing I knew was that I was lying on gravel, and I couldn't really move that great. So yeah, at this point, here is the first time that you see anything of where I am, where the bike is. So I probably face planted and been dragged a couple of meters on the gravel, and the bike flew all the way up there. And yeah, the one funny thing that the camera didn't record, but at this point, wait, let's see. At this point, when Tinyland is way up there, and then when she's leaning into me, at this point, what I was saying is like, oh, Tinyland. She's like, yeah, what? And then I'm being like, you need to record this. In Swedish, it's like, filma allt. But because I knew that I wanted to make this video, this is a good part. When they talk about if they're gonna remove my leather suit, which means that they're gonna cut my leather suit open. Okay, here's the thing. I say that you can't cut my suit just because all the things I thought about at that point was that, oh, this is a rare suit and they don't make this suit anymore, I think. So that means that even though I can, because it's not about like you, of course you can buy a new suit, but this was like once in a lifetime suit. No, I don't know, but that was what I was thinking. Main message here is that you shouldn't really refuse this to let. You should just let them do their thing, because it's not worth if your neck or spine would be hurt and they can't do anything about it. But the interesting part here is that they wanted to cut it there, but I refused because I like my suit and stuff. But at this point, they didn't do anything, and then nothing in the ambulance either. And when I got to the hospital, they talked about that they needed to cut it open. But then I said like that I could probably get out of it because I didn't have any pain in my neck or back and stuff. So I could, with their help, I could basically get out of it just lying there, because the suit is not really super tight. It's a supermoto suit, which is more flexible and stuff. So with the help of the doctors and nurses, I got out of the suit and got to keep my suit. So woohoo! The main reason why I crashed was just because I didn't listen to my body. I didn't listen when I was doing the mistakes, and my body was just getting too tired. I was pushing too hard, and that's really dangerous, really, to ride over your limit. So that's something that everyone should take note at. But also, it's really important to squeeze the bike underneath you when you're jumping, just because that's because if you don't do that, then you're basically fly away doing the kiss of death, which I almost did because it looked like I did the kiss of death. Okay, so let's talk about injuries. Injuries. So this is the juicy part of the part 2. We have here my hand, which I took a lovely photo of. Basically, I got a cast for my hand and my thumb because at this point, what they knew was that my ligaments in my thumb was gone. They were toasted because even though it hurt, a really reckless doctor just took my thumb and then bent it backwards, and he could bend it pretty far backwards. Imagine like, just bending it backwards. Basically, just saying that okay, some ligaments which should be attached to the bones and stuff. One of them is like not attached anymore, so you can move around it however you want. So okay, we need a cast on that, and you're gonna go to the surgery and get it reattached. My whole body was just aching all over the place, even though I had some painkillers and stuff. So my thumb here getting a cast, and then this is back home, but still my knee, they didn't know anything. They didn't really know what was up with my knee, but basically my knee got such an impact, so my knee started to swell up real bad, and probably some ligaments and something in the knee getting I don't know if it's the ACL or something, which means that I can't really walk on my knee. And also, if you can see in the far distance, which they thought was broken, because you can see here it's pretty blue. I could not walk on that foot whatsoever. Like my knee couldn't really bend more than 5 degrees, and my toe, every small smekning on my toe, it was like major pain. And then here we have my elbow getting the scratch inside my leather suit, which is pretty weird, but yeah. So here you can see me just I think this is the day after or something, that my arm is like, that's the fine skin layer just peeled away. I'm like, nice. And also you can see there I have bandage over my wrist and stuff, and that's from hitting the gravel asphalt thing with my bare skin, so that was pretty rough. So yeah, that's pretty bad. So in summary, that's basically it. And yeah. So yeah, that's pretty bad. But then just a fun fact that the day after I went back to the Södertälje sjukhus hospital, and this guy was supposed to give me surgery on my hand. But then we looked at the hand, seeing that, and then when he tried to do the same things, he's like, no, this does not need surgery. This is way fine. This is just partially not attached. And I'm like, aha. So what do you mean? So, and then he said like, yeah. So we didn't need the surgery because it would just heal back itself, kind of, if I do mobility stuff. Because I couldn't move my thumb at all, and it hurt a lot. But just going in and getting stuff done inside the thumb would just increase the rehabilitation time. So I didn't need to do any surgery on that. So I was like, whew, that's pretty nice. And also I got to skip the cast thing, and I got some other smaller things so I could shower with the hand, which was super nice. So thumbs up to the video. Oh, that's, yeah. I don't know, that's basically just a video. Hope you liked my podcast. Oh, but as you know, even the best can fall. And then we have me, which is not the best, but yeah. So this was just me just talking over some images of the crash. Because yeah, it has been 1 year since the crash. As you may know if you follow me on Instagram and stuff. And the reason why I haven't ridden anything on a year is just because the bike looks like... let's find it. The bike looked like this, and I needed rehab, and I also needed to continue my master's degree in a different location than the bike. So I was like, okay, I really need to focus on the school stuff. So I'll just take care of the bike when I have time. And I never had time. And I tried to heal up. And what I did for rehab was I was doing some gym stuff specific for like the grip stuff and knee stuff, trying to get those moving. But also I bought a mountain bike, woohoo, which I practiced on, getting back my grip strength for the handlebars and stuff. So that was really nice. And yeah, I haven't really mentioned anything about my new bicycle, but it's pretty fine. It got lean suspension and everything, which is so in character, in line with myself. But yeah, anyhow. I guess that's the video. I don't know. I've never done this type of video really. Just talking over some videos and stuff. So tomorrow I'll post the aftermath with me talking to Mr. Silver, right with Silver, about the crash. So that happened just the day after this crash, and that's pretty funny. And we go over everything with the bike and stuff. So this was more the injuries, and that's more with the bike and seeing everything that is fucked with the bike, because it was more than we thought that was bad with the bike. Yeah, no spoilers here, but yeah. So thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow in the next video, in that video, in Silver video. Okay, so see you then. Bye.